Hey friends, I thought I would come on and do, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but just a chat video with you. I watched Sarah the Bookish Knitter, and she did a video a couple of weeks ago to do with reading and the pressure, etc. And I thought, I actually have got maybe a few points that maybe agree with hers, maybe not, I don't know. But I just thought I'd come on and do a video as to why I read and, you know, why I decided I need to take pressure off myself to read so much. So why do I read? Because I enjoy it. I enjoy getting lost in a story. I enjoy seeing how characters develop. I enjoy going to other worlds. There is something about being transported to somewhere else within a book that maybe you've never thought about, you've maybe never been, or it's just a completely made up place that just sounds so lovely and takes you away from your day to day. For those of us who are finding life stressful, who are going through some difficult situations, whether that be physically, mentally, just having time to spend somewhere different, that is somewhere that you like to go or are being taken to, I think is a really nice thing, and it's something that I very much enjoy. When I started BookTube, my BookTube channel, I didn't do it to get X number of subscribers, make money from it, and that was never my motivation, and it still is not my motivation. I love having subscribers, I love interacting with my subscribers. I'm doing this because I want to talk about books. I want to talk about the books I'm reading. And yes, there is pressure within that, because there is pressure maybe to read the books that other people are reading, that are hyped up, that everybody's talking about. And have I fallen down that rabbit hole? Yes, there are times I have fallen down that rabbit hole, and that's okay. But it's also okay not to read those books. It's okay if you do read them and you don't like them. You don't have to have the same feelings about them as everybody else, the same thoughts about them as everybody else. And that's maybe one of the things about BookTube, is that you feel, oh gosh, I can't, can I be a dissenting voice in this? Yes, you can. Everybody has different thoughts and feelings about what they read. And just because somebody likes a book doesn't mean that you have to like it. You could absolutely hate it. And I know I think I've said a number of times before, there are books out there that I have enjoyed reading and other people have absolutely loved them. But there are things about those books that I have not enjoyed. And I've said that. And I'm not being provocative. I am not being argumentative. I'm just saying, yeah, I enjoyed the book, but this is what I didn't like about it. And that is fine to do. That's actually maybe a really good thing. Hold on, my phone's just gone off. I'll have to check it. So, if we take a case in point, like, I love the Sarah J Maas, A Court of Thorns and Roses series, okay? And I've been really, really enjoying them. I've read A Court of Silver Flames, thoroughly enjoyed it, but I felt the story was too sexualized and that I didn't feel it needed it. So there was my differing opinion from everybody else. Did I get shot down in flames? No, I didn't. And that's, so that just shows that you can have differing opinions and people are not going to hopefully not jump on you. Some people will do, and they will hate what you're saying about a book, but again, that your opinion, you're entitled to it. There are people on BookTube who are reading 30 to 40 books a month, and hats off to them. I have to say, hats off. I can't do that. You know, I am at the moment probably putting in sort of 10 to 14 books a month. Last month for me was a big one, and this is where I'm talking about pressure. I had asked for I requested some NetGalley books, and I got 4 of them, and I thought, that's brilliant, that's fine, no problem, I can do that. They're due out this month in October, and I thought, that's great, fine, no problem, I can read them ahead of time. So I did. I was reading them ahead of time. I tried to stay a month ahead. But then I got another letter from NetGalley, and they were, oh, how about this book, that book, that book? And there were some that I thought, yeah, I quite fancy that, forget it, I don't. Of the 3 I chose to that letter, I got them. So that meant that for the month of October, which in essence for me is a September read, I had 7 NetGalley books. And I so felt the pressure. I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to read those, I've got to review them. And I was enjoying my reading, but I was also very, very aware I need to get them read, And I think that possibly took away the enjoyment from some of the books that I read. There were some that I was like, Now, was that because I didn't enjoy the story very much, or the characters? Or was it because, oh my gosh, I've got to get read. So this month I decided, right, not doing that. This month I had 2 NetGalleys, and I thought, I'm just going to stay at that. And I always know that I'm going to have a 3rd NetGalley in that I will have my Mills and Boon pick. And I thought, right, okay, that's fine. That I can cope with. And then when I made my TBR, I had a buddy read, and I thought, right, okay, from that, I'm just going to stick with my NetGalleys, my buddy read, and just take it from there. I've since added on a couple of books, but I haven't felt the pressure so far this month that I felt last month, because I thought, no, I'm taking that pressure off. And I've been very aware this month as well that I'm reading 1 book at a time. Whereas last month I was maybe reading 2 books at the same time. And I'm not, in the past that has been absolutely fine. I've been able to do that. But I realised that this month I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. And if that means that people are maybe not going to come on, look at my channel so much because I'm not reading as much, then fine, so be it. But pressure to read so much, for me, is not a good thing. And it means that I'm not paying attention so much to the books. I am just reading. And that's not fair, because the authors deserve my time and my full attention to what they've written. They've spent hours and hours, if not years, on these books. And for me just to go, shh, oh yeah, I'll give it whatever. I don't think, for me, I can't do that. And I want to give the authors the time and effort that their books deserve. So that's why I've decided this month, I am not putting the pressure on myself. I am going to sit and I'm going to enjoy. Not that I haven't enjoyed in previous months, but this month I'm just going to just sit and I'm going to enjoy my reading. I'm going to enjoy just spending time in a world that is different to what I'm in at the moment. And to be taken out of my stress and just plump somewhere nice, somewhere that I can go, oh yeah, I can really get into this, and I'm enjoying it. So if you're sort of saying, oh, I've got X number of NetGalleys to do, or I want to read X number of books, fantastic. But if you're thinking to yourself, oh gosh, I've got so much to do, what can I do? Then my suggestion would be, if you're a NetGalley person, like probably a lot of us on BookTube are, and I love NetGalley, don't get me wrong, I adore NetGalley, because there are books there that I could go, oh, maybe I want to try a new author, oh, this one sounds interesting, let's try that. Or you know that, an author has maybe got a book due out, oh, I really want to read that. You can get the eARC, and then you can buy the book when it comes out. If you've really, really enjoyed it and you think, oh, I want to support the author that way. But the way I've decided to take the pressure off myself with the NetGalley is that I'm only going to go for 2 books a month. And if I get them, great. If I don't, I don't. Once I get an email going, oh, you haven't got, I will then go back on and sort of choose something else. So that's the one way I've taken some pressure off myself. The other way I've done is I've decided, right, okay, I will have X number of NetGalley a month, so say 2, plus my Mills and Boon pick, if I pick one. Again, there are days or months that I look at them and I'm like, there's nothing really there I want to read, I fancy reading, so I won't choose one. And I'm fine with that. I will then go, right, I know every month I have a buddy read with Rebecca from the Colourful Book Nester. I will always have that buddy read, and I will maybe put in another one if somebody else wants to do a buddy read with me. But from then on, I will just go, right, okay, there will be the books I will focus on this month, and if there's something else I want to pull in once I've read one or two, I will pull it in. But there are other things that I love doing apart from reading. But for me, there's something just so nice about snuggling up and reading a book to be taken somewhere else with fun characters, really well crafted characters, and a good story. And that's why I read. It's something I've done since knee-high to a grasshopper, and I couldn't be happier. I know, I have to say, with my nose stuck in a book, snuggled up on the sofa, the hot chocolate and a biscuit. That's my happy place, or one of my happy places. So, do you have thoughts on the pressures of having to read so much, for whether it be NetGalley or just pressures or for BookTube, or just the pressure that you put in yourself to read so many books a month? I'd really like to know. It'd be great to have a discussion down in the comments about, why you read, what's your motivation for reading, and what do you think about pressure to read? Is it something you're aware of, or is it something that you don't worry about? And if you've been like me and had put pressure on yourself to read because of various things, if you stopped that, I would really like to know, how did you do that? What sort of steps did you take to do so? Please chat down in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's one that I've had kind of brewing in my brain. I hope I've articulated my thoughts well enough, and that you have actually enjoyed it. And if you have, give it a thumbs up. And if you fancy hitting that subscribe button, do so. But until the next time, friends, stay safe and happy reading. Bye.